Hey guys, so with the way things are going, I figured I need to come through and talk a little bit about some other stuff that I wasn't going to until it's starting to matter now. So the first one is how I made a post a few weeks back. I'm not sure exactly when, and I told you guys that I was told during my awakening that something was telling me that Putin was going to threaten the USA with nuclear war. I was also told that he actually destroyed the world with nuclear war, and we supposedly got moved over to another dimension. I'm not saying that part's true. The most important part is I was told ahead of time that Putin was going to be threatening the USA with nuclear war, and now it's starting to enhance a bit. So I want to make sure that's known. And if anybody happened to be my friend back then, you guys may have remembered possibly me making some weird letter that I was literally writing to Putin, calling myself a light bringer at the time. If anybody remembers that, know that I'm not just saying this out of nowhere. I did have the evidence for it. But as I started coming to, the voices at the time, maybe the attacks, maybe they didn't want me to have evidence to be able to back myself up today. But I took it as in they told me they wanted me to erase everything so that, because it was going to get used against me. So I erased everything. So the only proof I have of that is if anybody happens to remember. The other thing, as I told you guys, these demonic entities, they have a Luciferian agenda. Remember that. It's to them, it's not about God. It's anything against God. They don't care what you believe in as long as it's not God. You look up Luciferian agenda. You look Luciferian. It's about self-enlightenment. There's a lot of different religions out in the world with self-enlightenment. So take that for what you will. Now the real reason I'm making this video today is to touch a little bit more on these black reapers, or these shadow beings, or demonic entities, or whatever you want to call them. Okay. These beings that I dealt with during my awakening, I wasn't going to say much about it until I'm starting to hear other people come forward about seeing these black flying reapers. So I want to let you guys know that this is based on my experience. That's it. But these reapers, from my experience, don't have a will of their own. They're like the definition of the demons. The demons are known as like spiritual assassins, is what they tend to call them. They have an assignment, and they go and they do it. I'm not saying that's good. Not saying that's bad. I'm saying these entities, they're here. They've already been here, but they're not in our dimension. But they also told me they hate us, and they're trying to find a way over to our dimension. I personally think this is going to be the moment where God allows these demons to come to Earth. They're already here. They just can't affect us. That's why they attack you through your mind, and they do these other things mostly. Now, maybe the reason why they were kind of hurting me in the past is because I was I was flipping back and forth between these different vibrational patterns, or different states, or different dimensions while I was going through whatever the heck it was I went through. I can't say for sure. But all I will say is that whatever these entities were, and whatever was speaking to me in my head, they did not correlate whatsoever. There would not be something talking in my head, and then this being would act like it's that being, and it wouldn't relate to the voice at all. It was like it wouldn't speak, it wouldn't do anything. It came, it tried to do it tried to do whatever it's gonna do, and then it just left. That's how they operated. Now, in case that becomes important in the future, and unless anybody else deals with these attacks now, if you guys notice anything different, please let me know. But it seems they operate on fear. Right now, as of right now, they can't actually harm anyone. So they operate on fear. They try to sow these spiritual bondage beliefs in your head to scare you. I honestly don't think these entities or whatever they were where I even saw them. The voices I dealt with, they made it seem like it, but like I said, they didn't correlate to one another. At no point in time did I ever think that something I saw in reality was speaking to me here too. Nothing would prove it. They wouldn't do anything. I just know that they did not like me. They did not like me being there, and they did not like the information that I've obtained over the time. I don't know what that means. At first, I thought it was just a crazy experience, guys. But now I'm getting these words and these things told to me that's starting to make me question things a little bit more. I'll tell you that much. And it's making me go back and forth between what I went through and what I was told versus what's going on now. So, just keep a lookout, guys. That's all. This is a personal experience video. This is not a prophetic message. This is based on what I've dealt with. And I personally heard other people now, quite a few of them now, talking about seeing these entities. These interdimensional entities. Alright, thanks guys. God bless.